on the vlog again. Just can't wait to do a vlog again. The life I love is making vlogs for my friends, and I can't wait to do a vlog again. Doing a vlog again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to do a vlog again. Hello everyone and welcome back to The Top Vloggers. As always, I am your host, High and Mighty Joe, hanging out with
your co-host, the lovely Cat.
And boy, have we got a great vlog for you today.
You can join us on all of our social media websites, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Top Vloggers. Also, if you'd like to help us reach the top, you can do so by going to www.patreon.com/thetopvloggers. Without your help and support, these vlogs will be almost impossible to do. There will be a link in the description below.
And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, take it one step further, ring that notification bell. It'll keep you up to date on all the future adventures that will be going on our channel. So let's get going. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this at one time was known as the High Risk Hotel. I wrestled here several years. Every Friday night, the owner would put on a wrestling show for the town of Wabash, Indiana, and I was lucky enough to be there and enjoy all of the fun and the excitement. Now, the owner of Caution High Risk Wrestling was a gentleman named Damian Michaels. I will go ahead and show you a picture of him here now. Now, when this began as the Caution High Risk Wrestling Hotel, Damian invited me in to become a part of Caution High Risk Wrestling and asked me if I wanted to participate. And of course, as being in the wrestling business, I said absolutely. So we decided to rent this building monthly together, and for 4 years we ran Caution High Risk Wrestling together. After 4 years, I did leave and pursue other adventures and other opportunities, but never stopped caring about CHRW, Caution High Risk Wrestling, and Damian for sure. Now, the story is that Damian was a very heavy drug addict at this time. I had left, and after I left, he became heavily involved in drugs, and things were not going quite the way they once were. We used to have a lot of special guests. We would bring in superstars, main event stars, well-known stars, as the one I'm going to show you now. Now, this is Damian and Kevin Thorne from the WWE fame. And then we have myself and Chavo Guerrero Classic, the brother of Eddie Guerrero. And then there is myself and Marty Jannetty of the Rockers, one half of the Rockers. And then, of course, there is myself with the late Rosie. He has since passed away as well. So I got a call one day, and it was Damian on the phone. And Damian asked me, he says, business is down and things are just not quite up to the way they once was. Are you interested in coming back and working a program? I said, sure. I said, is there anybody that you have in mind that you want me to work with? And he says, yes, there is a young man named Sean Hunter. He says, I have been training him, and he's green, I said, okay. I said, that's no problem. I said, I can do that. I said, I can work with the young guys. I said, I can make them look good, and we can do this. I said, when would you like to start this? And he says, how about next Friday? And I said, okay, absolutely. So I went down that next Friday and I worked a program with Sean Hunter. I came back the next Friday and cut a promo. And then I came back the next Friday and we had another match together, which was the blow off for the big show. And I had a great time. I told Damien, I said, look, I said, I really enjoy this. I said, it's wonderful. I said, and I appreciate you guys inviting me back because I had been gone for a couple of years, wrestling in other places and things like that. So I did feel appreciative that Damien had thought of me enough to bring me back in. So now I would like to show you a few flyers that Damien and I created when I was working for CHRW, Caution High Risk Wrestling, the very first time. I'd like to show you some of those flyers now. Now this flyer right here was for our Memorial Day show that we had in May, I believe. And this is where we were bringing in Tracy Smothers. He came in and worked for us as well. This is where we brought in Danny Basham. He came in and worked for us a few times. Here's another flyer when we brought in Danny, the Damager. And right here is a great flyer. I'm on this one. Every Friday we had professional wrestling. There's another one, High Risk Hatred. That was a great event that we held. Right here is another great flyer with Senior Flamer on the poster right there. And then of course here is right here, Love Stinks. This was our Valentine's Day. This was our very first one ever. We had former WWE star Pat Tanaka right here. That was our first one. There's where we brought Tracy Smothers in again. He did come and wrestle for us a few different times. The Pacific Coast Players, JT Evans and Steve Rush, we brought them in. But Damien was most happy about Death March. We set it up. It was a tournament that went on all month long in March, and it ended with a big main event death match. And Damien was always extremely high risk and extremely hardcore, and was able to do literally everything. I'm not sure I saw very many things. They just turned on the lights. Very many things that he couldn't do. He was a great wrestler. He was always a good friend to me. He was a wonderful father. He was a decent husband. Like I said, I couldn't say anything bad about him. He was always good to me, that's for sure. Now over here you will see a door to the left. They have redone all of this brickwork here, right here on the outside of this. None of this was here. This was all just gravel, basically. There was nothing to it. They have really done a lot with this building. I went by a few times and I could never go in. It seems like the business is always closed. But there is a business in here now. I was told that they sell kind of like arts and crafts, and arts and craft supplies and things like that. But I can never seem to be able to go in. But the door to the left right here, you see the big garage door. That's where we would bring in the wrestling ring, and that's where we brought it in that way, and that's how we took it out when we did shows other places and things like that. But that was one of the things that definitely attracted me and Damien to this building, was it had a big enough place that we could have the wrestling venue up front. We had an entire large locker room in the back, or should I say the middle, I guess. And then right back here, right past the door, was our offices. That's where mine and Damien's office was. As the president and vice president of Caution High Risk Wrestling, that's where we did all of the promotion for the shows and things like that when we were running them together. So like I said, this is definitely a vlog that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm glad that I finally got to do it. I truly miss working here every Friday night. It was a great experience. I met a lot of wonderful people, and 2 days after the lovely Cat and I got together, I got a phone call, and the phone call said that Damien Michaels had passed away. Now, Damien was in jail at the time, and there has been speculation that maybe there had been foul play involved, but the official report said that he hung himself and that it was declared a suicide. Now, I do not know for sure, but I do know that I was at the High Risk Hotel one night when one of the law officers came in, and they told Damien, they said, if we take you in again, it will be the last time. And he had, like I said, he had, you know, a drinking and drug problem, and after I left, apparently it got considerably worse. So like I said, I did decide to go back and try to you know, relive those moments and put everything back together, but it was not what it once was. It was a new Caution High Risk Wrestling, and the high risk wrestling that it was just not the high risk wrestling that it was when I was there. And so I never got a chance to officially say goodbye to Damien. His ashes were given to me. I do have a portion of his ashes, and like I said, you know, a very sad situation. Like I said, not necessarily a happy vlog, you know, towards the end, but a vlog that needed to be done nonetheless. So I just wanted to give you guys that piece of information right there. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here today. If you are new here, don't forget to comment and like this video. Give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know that you care. And I think that's going to do it for us here today at the old Caution High Risk Wrestling Hotel. Now like I said, an arts and crafts kind of store, and possibly even a nursery for plants. I noticed that they did have a lot of plants outside as well. So I think that's going to do it for us here today. We will see you again next week with another vlog for each and every single one of you. Until then, top vloggers!